Hello, if you're there.
Are we streaming yet? I always say that.
I know. We'll have to wait for it to come through before I can confirm such a thing.
Okay.
Yes, we're there.
Yes, we're here. Hello. I bet we've been here all along, debating whether we're streaming or not.
Yeah, just make sure you don't turn it on too early. Not ready for it.
Yeah, and I don't swear, but some people do. Anyway, good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
Face.
Wherever you may be in the world, whatever time zone you're in, I hope you're doing all right and had a nice day or are going to have a nice day or whatever. We've had a pretty cold day today, hasn't it?
Very, very cold.
It really didn't get much above freezing point all day. And as a consequence, our electricity meter, oh my God, it's sad.
It's a bad idea to get that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's just been eating electricity today. But you know, hopefully in the summer it'll all even itself out. At least that's what I'm telling myself.
I'll have to give something up, like food or...
Yeah,
something.
just food. Give the cat up, he costs a lot. No. Right, so what I've done is I've cut myself another page. I haven't put the holes in the side yet because I have
Still on facey.
Oh, sorry. Yes, got a piece of card. It hasn't got the holes in yet because I have the notion to cover this back page. I don't know why, it's just an ideas book. It's just, have I shown you the damask book that I've got? To the top drawer there, top pad. I think I might have done, but I can't remember, so I'm just going to give you a quick flip through this. It's a brute. Look at it. Look at all those pages. There are 180 sheets of damask, the best of damask. And anybody that knows me knows I'm pretty fond of a bit of damask. So this is just, you get 3 of each pattern. It's loads and loads and loads of gorgeousness. Look at that. Oh my goodness, they're beautiful. I love them. I love this pad. Therefore I had to buy 2. They were, oh that's nice. They were on eBay and they weren't expensive. I love that, it's gorgeous. So yeah, it had to be done. Sometimes some things you just have to do, don't you? That's nice as well. There's some, just get the impression there's just some gorgeous ones here. Totally, oh look at that. Totally gorgeous. So there you go. That's a pad by My Mind's Eye. The papers are quite loose in it, so they come out really easily and they don't tear like some people's papers that we get that tear. It's by My Mind's Eye and it's called Best of Damask. And it's gorgeous. I love it. So, thank you.
Love yourself a bit of damask.
I do. So I've looked out some pages from it that I thought we could use, and this was one of them. I don't know if there's an up and a down here. I can see that as a face. Can anybody see it? There's the eyes and there's the mouth.
Yep.
That's his hair.
Definitely.
But it's just as bad if I turn it that way because I've got this face here. So anyway.
A little like the Green Man.
A bit like the Green Man, which is a bit spooky. So anyway, I'm going to cut it off to cover that background page. So I want it at 5 3/4 wide.
January move north, saw the hive in the face.
Yeah, it's there, isn't it? And I want it to be 8 1/4, the size of my paper. But whatever size your base is, just cut this off to match. So mine's 8 1/4. They never match anyway. If you cut something like this to stick on something like a journaling card or something like that, they never ever match. That's why I tend to stick it down onto the card or whatever first and then trim them out together. But we'll see. It shouldn't be far off, should it? And I think I will go around it and ink it just a little. I hope I've got the hang of what I'm doing today. Because, yeah, I might not. Might be one of those laughable occasions where I just can't remember what I'm doing. But you never know. I might get it right. So I'm just using vintage photo here and just going around the edge a bit.
Susan sees the cat in the hat face.
The cat in the hat face. Whichever way you look at it,
There
there's
is a
a face.
face.
There's a face there. And I'm not... Having seen it, you can't unsee it, can you? That's the problem. So I'm just going to stick that onto there, and that's going to be our background. Very nice background, may I say. Yes, you may. So I'm going to use Collal because 10 to 1 on, I'll have to sort of move it around. I'm not going to get it right first time. And if I use my EVA, once it's down, it's down. So hello Mike, I know you're there because Mr. F commented that, oh, Mike's there. So I know you're there, Mike, but I don't know anybody else.
Would you like some names?
Some names would be good.
Sinead.
Hi Sinead.
Ros.
Hi Roz. Hi Jim.
Linda.
Hi Linda.
Teresa.
Hi Teresa.
Doreen.
Hi Doreen.
Lynette.
Hi Lynette.
Judy H.
See, look at that. Hi Judy H.
Hi.
Hiya Mike.
Gonnie.
Hi Connie.
Catherine.
Hi Catherine.
Fiona.
Hi Fiona.
Did I say Jen?
No.
I've said Jen now.
Hello Jen.
JJ.
Hi JJ.
Susie.
Hi Susie.
Heather.
Hello Heather.
Bernice.
Hi Bernice.
Pam.
Hello Pam.
Janya.
Hello Janya. Lovely Janya.
Heather.
Hi Heather. I think we might have mentioned Heather, but hello Heather.
Marcella.
Hi Marcella.
Trina.
Hi Trina.
Move north.
Hello Move North. Can you just remind me what your name is again? So I'm just going to put some holes down that side.
Renee.
Hi Renee. And I have cut some reinforcers out of red because I'm going to involve that a bit later on, if I remember. This paper's so thin, it's difficult to get these off the back, especially when you're quite a shaky person.
Would you like me to do it for you?
I might be all right.
I can pre-peel.
You pre-peel then. I need 6 in total and I've got 1. Later on, we've got Mr. F cameo. Another one. It's like in the limelight.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, neither would I.
Liking is a bit strong.
He's going to be in the limelight because he's done a little video for you this afternoon, which I think is part 2 to what he showed you before. Somebody, I can't remember who, wanted to put text on the digitals that Kerry posted in the group. So I think that's what he's up to. Thank you very much. I mean, 2 things here. You don't have to put a background on your card.
There's 2 there for you.
Oh, there's 2 there.
Then 2.
There. Oh yeah.
One more.
One more. You don't have to put background on your card. You don't have to put reinforcers on. And I don't know what more I was going to say. There was 2 things. I've only said 1. No, I haven't. I said don't put background on and you don't need reinforcers. That's 2 things, isn't it? Where's the other one gone? Where is it? Is that it? No. Is that it? No. Is that it? No.
Judy says her husband came in and asked if he can get a hi. Hi, Mr. Off.
Hi, Mr. Hoff. We don't know your name. Please, can we have a name?
We can't use any of the ones Judy uses for you.
No, we definitely can't. No. Judy always says nice things about you, apart from when you come in and talk when she's trying to watch this.
The general rule is if Miss P's talking, shut up.
Right, so that's my little reinforcers on. And the page is looking quite nice already. I quite like that. Right, so next thing to do is...
It's Mike. Hi, Mike. Mike Off.
Mike Off. Hi, Mike. Nice to meet you, as they say. Right, so what I want now is a piece that's going to fit in there. Come down to about halfway, which I'd say is about there. And I'm just going to make a mark, sort of 1/4 of an inch in. Yeah, something like that. Let's trim that off. So we've got Ros and Jim, got Michelle and Steve, got Judy and Mike. Doing well, aren't we, on the
Indeed.
households?
Indeed. Susan says, can you show the reinforcement dies again if you get time at some
I
point?
can do it right now, otherwise I'm liable to forget. These are the Elizabeth Craft Design reinforcements, and this is the first lot that they brought out, so it's 1736 reinforcement variety pack. I think subsequently they brought out pack 2 and pack 3. Can I just say to you though, at this stage, just hang fire for just a couple of days, because I'm going to have an affiliate link for you when you get, I think is it 10% off, I think?
I believe so.
Of anything that you order through the affiliate link. So it'll be worth just hanging on, because I think this is about £27 in the UK, so you get £2.70 off that. So it's worth having, I think. If you can't wait, obviously go and buy them wherever you buy your stuff. But I think that affiliate link is for everything ECD. But it's a bit like wading through treacle, isn't it, getting any information from them?
Yes.
So I want that to come just about halfway down, which is about there, and I'm going to fold it there.
Jodie says hi.
Jodie.
Jodie.
Hello, Jodie.
Jodie Brayling. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but we'll go with that. Joyce.
Hi, Joyce. So I'm just going to score that, and I'm just going to fold that over. I just knew that wasn't going to stay there. It was a forlorn hope, to be honest. Sorry about that. There's so much stuff around my desk, it's just like ridiculous. And I'm just going to trim it off to be the same as that. A little bit more that way. There we are. So we have got...
Kerry's joined us.
Hi Kerry, good morning. So that's going to go there, kind of like that. And it's going to be a flip up. But it gets a little bit more technical. That would be funny, wouldn't it, if that was the whole project today? I just said thank you and goodbye and left it like that. No, it's not. Don't worry. Well, you might have wished it was. So I'm just going to ink lightly round here, because I've inked the other bit. And I don't need to ink the back because it's going to get stuck on. But I do need to ink the inside. Now it's at this stage you can decide whether or not you want to put stencils on the inside, put stamps, whatever takes your fancy. It's just easier to do now when it's flat than once you've got it stuck. I don't want anything. I want maximum journaling opportunities. That's kind of what I'm stuck on at the minute, getting most journaling out of one page.
Jen, you really loved yesterday's project. Super cute.
Really? I thought I was shortchanging you a bit with that, you know, because it just seemed so simple. But I thought it was nice, and I thought Jen it was that turned it round 90 degrees and did it so it was standing. I liked that idea a lot. Well done, Jen. So that needs to go on there like that, but this is going to be a belly band of sorts. So just stick these two sides down.
Sinead wants to know if you'll be using this journal, Miss P.
Well, as you know, I'm making two. I can't get this off here. That's it. I'll be making two. So one, it's possible I might put up for sale, because every little bit helps the channel. And the other one, yeah, I think I will keep it because it's just darned useful, isn't it? Because I know that feeling when you come to decorate a journal and you look at the blank pages and you think, what exactly am I going to put on there? So I've got my opening at the bottom here. Oh, please stop shaking so violently. And I'm going to put that there, like that. And that should be, yeah, that looks about straight, I think. So make sure you've got your edges pressed down and then make sure it hasn't come up onto this because sometimes it just catches that side. So now we've got a flippy uppy there. Actually, I think I should have put that further down. But it's stuck now, so we're just going to have to live with it.
Yeah, Jen says, well, it was your idea, Miss P, LOL.
Was it? I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. So now we're going to make something to give even more journaling on the top of there. So I want some coffee stained paper. You could use single-sided paper if you scrapbook paper if you wanted to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this so it's almost, actually be easier just to put a line in it. I'm leaving a border all the way around, so I want the same border on the top as on the bottom, so that's about there, I'd say. Now don't cut that. I don't want to cut it.
Says hello.
Oh, hi.
Charlabelle.
Wow, that is a name.
Yay, finally made alive.
You made alive! Yay, welcome. And just fold that down there like that, and then get your bone folder and give it a good crease. And then we need to trim up there. So, sometimes coffee stained paper is not the straightest. So do your best. Use the grid on your trimmer to help. There we are, that's fine, that's great. Got a little bit left. So now we need to suss out. I want a little bit on the side. I'm going to have to score it, I think, otherwise the paper's going to not fold over the same. So I'm going to allow an inch. Do you think an inch is enough? An inch and a quarter. That's what I'm going to allow. And then I'm going to score that. So, where's my inch gone? There. So that's an inch and a quarter. I'll give it a score. I've kind of scored that the wrong way, but it doesn't matter. I'll fold it in. No, that's not right. It wants to go that way. You can see when you fold it over, it kind of just have to finagle it a little. There we are. Give that a really good crease. There we are. And then we want to fold this one in so it comes just over there like that. And that's about ½ an inch I'm allowing there. So hold that tightly on the ½ inch where you want it and then crease this in. Oh no, I've just forgotten something. It needs to be that size, doesn't it? That was a stupid thing to do. Let's make a mark and score it. That's the way forward. So allowing for my border all the way around. That's there. So I need to score that there. And we're going to have some excess that we need to trim off. But that will be okay. Now that wants to bend that way. So let's bend it that way first off because that's going to make it happy. And then we'll bend it back the other way because that's going to make us happy. And I have got this crease that I put in there, but you know, we'll just live with it. I've got no choice. So I want ½ an inch overhang, if you like. So I'm just going to make a mark there, and I'm going to trim that off. Is everybody following? It sounds like I'm not making much sense today. Say, what's new?
Marcella's waiting to see if you cover up that other face.
Yeah, I'm going to. I don't like those faces. They're kind of sinister.
And Katie says hello from Bloomington,
Whoa.
Minneapolis,
Whoa.
Minnesota.
Hello.
She discovered your channel on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas to me. And I'm enjoying myself immensely.
Oh, that's lovely. Who's that?
Katie Liz.
Katie Liz.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. So here we are. We've got this. Look, and it's all going to go on there. It's going to fold like that, and it's going to have a little sort of keep thing here that you tuck that under, and it's all going to lie happy. It would have lain a whole deal more happier if it wasn't that I'd scored that in the wrong place, but I have no choice. I've done it now. It's not so bad. So I need to ink all the way around this. So that'll keep me busy for a minute. Of course, if you're not inking, because it's only an ideas book, then you can skip this. Skip this time-consuming bit.
Fast forward.
Yeah, fast forward. Yeah, you see, if I was making a video of this, I'd stop, pause, and come back when it's all magically inked. Oh, my dauber's falling to pieces. I have to get a new one out, and I hate it when you get a new one out because it doesn't hold as much ink for ages.
This is a sweet spot.
Yeah, you need to get it conditioned with loads of ink. I'm not putting one on now, no way. So I'm just going to fold that way and just go along those crease lines.
There's quite a few already sort of partly
ready.
used.
I probably used them for a bit and thought, oh, I can't be doing with this. I'll put them back in the drawer.
And some new ones.
I know there are some new ones. It's just I don't want to use one.
No.
I've got my big black fleecy thing on today, and I'll tell you the truth, I'm boiling. So if that's the inside, I need to also do the outside.
I feel the same way about socks.
Do you?
Yeah, they sit in the drawer for years before they actually, make it to the front of the queue.
Oh my goodness me.
Well, they're only new once, aren't they?
You feel the same about blooming slippers as well.
Well, yes. Well, let's be honest, I feel about that way about everything, really.
Oh, well, and yet you mock me when I wear things beyond when I should. I know I've told you this before, but it does bear repeating. I had a pair of cut off. Well, they were like joggers, weren't they? But they were like cut-offs. Would you say that's a fair description?
That's a fair description. That's what they started life as, anyway.
Yeah, and I wore them for years, and I loved them because they were really, really, really comfy. But they sort of fell into rack and ruin. They they weren't very good, were they? At the end,
they had holes in places where no lady has a right to have holes.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And they were so shapeless. It's ridiculous. I mean, they were so far out of shape that they no longer resembled anything, trousers or anything. So the bin men were coming one day, and well, after months of being got at about them, I decided that day was the day I was actually going to chuck them out. So I put them in the bin, and then the bin men came to empty the bin. Oh my goodness, you won't believe what happened. They took them out of the bin and put them on our front wall, emptied the rest of the bin and drove off. They were so bad that even the bin men didn't want them. Oh my goodness, do you remember?
Yeah.
But I didn't know anything about this until Mr. F came in holding them. He said they've been rejected by the bin man. Oh my goodness me. So I think after that we put them on the fire because that was a safer way of getting rid. Oh dear. Anyway.
For 3 days.
Anyway, yeah, just one of life's little stories there. So I need something to keep that in place, and I'm thinking this little bit here will do nicely. I think that'll work. I think it'll go under there. Okay, so let's ink around that. Oh dear me, that was funny, wasn't it?
Jen says they thought they still had wear or two left.
I think they did as well.
I suppose if you're a bin man, they probably did have.
So I've got this little label, and I've also got this that says do not crush, and I kind of like that there. I don't know if it's just going to make things awkward. No, I don't think so. Right, so I'm going to stick this down, and you don't want to stick it. It's going on there, but don't stick it all the way down onto there. Just stick this right hand bit so you can get the other paper underneath. So just the right hand edge. That's brought tears to my eyes now. What can I say? It happened. So just to the right hand side and fairly central. So about there. Like that. That looks nice. Way. That's the thing about collall. It does move. And I'm going to put this on as well because I just like it. So it can get stuck just on top of there. Just about there, I would say. Looks nice. But you know, you could use a flower, you could use a punched out round shape, square shape, any shape you like. It's just, that's what it's going to do. It's just, I can't do it yet because that'll all just fall off. But that's kind of what we've got. So let's crack on with what we're doing. So this is going to go on top of there, like that. So you're just going to see a red bit around the outside, which I think looks quite nice. I like it. But this one, I want to be a little pocket. And I want this edge to be open because this is our spine edge down here. And this is the edge that will be open. So if I don't glue this edge here, then I can just slip something into there. That's the idea. Anyway, that's now no longer straight, but you get the gist of it. So I don't want to put glue on this edge. So let me hold that and glue the other three sides. So I'm maximising any opportunity I've got to get journaling in here. I was warm before, but after that laugh, I'm really warm now. So that's that. So I'm just going to hold it by the part that isn't glued and put that down there, leaving a nice even border all the way around. And yours will be much better than this because you won't have put that score mark in the wrong place. So forgive me. So I'll just leave that for a minute while we work out the journaling card that we're going to use. Now the other day I had this paper that I was using for something. It's damask. It's not from the same pad, it's thicker. But it kind of goes, I think, with the whole shebang. So I want a journaling card later on in the back there. So I want it hide. So let's just see how wide we need this to be. Don't forget the glue spread, so don't make it way too tight, otherwise you won't get it in. Let's just trim that off there. And at this stage, if you've got flimsy paper, really flimsy paper, you might want to back it onto something before you try and stick it in there. Is that going to fit, do you think? I think it will. Yeah, lovely. It's a lovely fit. So push it in as far as it comfortably wants to go. That hasn't stuck down, has it? And then we're going to just cut that off about there. So let's just trim that. So I think I've kind of done my best to maximise that piece of the journal to get as much actual journaling in as we can. Where's my mark gone? There it is. It's kind of hard to see on black. There we are. So let's just check that that's stuck down. Yeah, I think it has. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I forgot what I was doing there. Not for the first time. I'm going to take the corners off this, and then it'll go in and out of the pocket much easier. I'm just going to use the medium. No, actually, I'll use the small one. I think that's enough. Just take that sharp corner off. When I've finished this, we're going to have a nice little interlude with Mr. F singing a song and doing a dance. No, he's not. He's not doing that. If he did, that would be worth videoing.
No, it wouldn't.
I have seen him dance. I have seen you dance. But he was kind of under the influence at the time. In fact, we both were. Oh dear.
That must have been a long time
It's
ago.
about 20 years ago. It was when we were at Middlewich. Just a long time ago.
And I have no desire to repeat the experience.
I don't know. You seem to be enjoying it to me. Yeah, vodka and Red Bull being the chosen drink. It would kill you now. Right, so there we go. So I'm just going. I'm not backing mine. That's sturdy enough to cope with that. So that's just going to go in there like that. I don't want to push it right to the back yet because glue probably isn't dry. So I'm just going to leave that there. And then this, do you think that's dry? Dryish, dryish. So that just tucks under there like that, and that holds that in place. Like so. It's not wanting to hold it in place very well. But it will in time. So that comes out of there. That folds like that. You've got all this journaling. You've got all that journaling. I mean, come on. We've really maximised our journaling opportunities, which I like. And I think it looks nice. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why? That's it. It's not complicated. It's just that I'm in a shaky mood today. So that's that. I'm going to stop there and I'm going to put Mr. F on. And I think he said it's about 7 minutes long. So
And I did try and enhance the audio, so hopefully it should be a bit louder.
hopefully. So here we go.
Hi and welcome back to another quick video that picks up where we left off last time with our whale tails. You'll remember that we extracted the JPEG from the Facebook group page that were kindly provided by Kerry Betts. We inserted it into a Word document and then we resized it and cropped it. Now the thing we're going to tackle today is inserting text. Jen Sinclair kindly suggested that she'd like to know how to do this. I'm sure she knows how, but I think she was thinking of those that perhaps don't know, which is very kind of her. So here we go. Can we insert text? Yes, we can. The first thing we need to do is create some text. So if we go up to the top left to the insert, move across the menu bar that drops down until we see text box. If we click on that, we get two options: draw a text box or draw a vertical text box. In this instance, we're just going to do normal text in line with the music paper, so we'll just draw a text box. Click on that one, and then we can draw away. Now this is quite small to see, so what I'll change is the view. Go to view, change it to page width, and then you'll see that we're much closer in and we can see what we're doing. What we do, I think, is obviously they're whale tail tags, so usually you label them, and in this instance I'll just do the days of the week. Well, I'll just do Monday, but obviously once you've done one you can do them all. So we type Monday into the text box, and the next thing we need to do is, if I was to drag that text box over those, you can see that it's got a black line around it and a white background which obscures the whale tail. So what the first thing we need to do in this instance then is go across to where it says format shape. Sometimes it says format pane, which you have to open and you get this pane down the side, but I'm sure you'll manage that. Then if we click on the painty can thing, you'll see that the fill option at the moment is a solid fill and the line is a solid line. We need to put that, the first one, on the fill as no fill, and you can see that instantly makes that transparent, and all we see then is the black box with the Monday. And if we click on the no line, it removes that line. You still see it at the moment because it's selected. If I was to unselect it, then all you would see is the Monday in the black. So what we're going to do is perhaps say put that Monday there, but we just the black, you can leave it at that size. You can change the colour. So if you go back up to the top menu that says home, you then get the text options. At the moment it's in Calibri. Any of the fonts that are on your computer will be available to use. In this instance I shall just use the Chalk Duster, which is quite a nice font. Put that there. At the moment it's size 12, which fits reasonably well onto that whale tail because we'll have sized those before. I can make it slightly bigger maybe. There we go, and put that there. And so we've now could print that out, and that Monday would appear on that whale tail just as you see it there. If we wanted to change the colour, you select that text box again and go up to where it says the A with the coloured line underneath, and you've got any number of colours you can choose. This what they call theme colours, standard colours, recent colours that we've used, and more colours. If you click on more colours, you get a number of options. One that's relatively new is pencils, so you can just go along and select which pencil you would like. Let's say that nice yellow there. Select that and click on OK, and it will change that text then to yellow. I'm not saying that's the perfect colour, but it stands out on the screen so you can see it. So there we go, that's inserted text upon that whale tail. Obviously if you do the same, you can put Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way through to Sunday. I forgot what the days of the week were then. But bearing in mind these are whale tails, so there's sort of a part in the middle where it folds over. We may wish to put that Monday on the reverse of that, so no matter which way you're flipping through the book, you would see the Monday. So we can right click on that. We can right click, copy it and paste it, and then you'll see we get another box that appears. Obviously this text box at the moment is quite large, but it's irrelevant because it's transparent, but you can bring it in to that sort of size and it won't affect the text. If you go any further, it starts shuffling the text down to make it fit the box. So we just put that there on the opposite side. Now obviously if we print that out, then on the one on the back would be upside down because the bottom bit's going to fold up or the top one's going to fold over. So one of them needs to turn round. On that text box just above where it's drawn, there's a sort of a arrow, circular arrow mark. If you click on that, hold it, then you can turn that round and it'll snap in at 180 degrees. Then if you were to position that on that whale tail, you could print that out, and no matter which way you fold that, whichever the sides ends up on the front, it will read the right way. So there we go. Then you can repeat that for all of the days, and you can mark up your whale tail tags with the days of the week, numbers, ABC, whatever you want, bills, You need at least 3 tags for that. Income, 1 tag. And there we go. I hope that's sort of explained how we add text to things. And if you've got any questions, any other things that you'd like to see, you know where to ask. And I'll hand you back to Miss P. Bye. Hi and welcome back to another quick video that picks up where we left off last time with our wire tails.
Easy as that.
As easy as that.
The more astute of you will have noticed that incoming from the top right hand side was a message from Amazon saying they were going to deliver my parcel today. You can't get away with anything, I tell you.
You cannot.
Anyway, let's get rid of that. That's enough. So now I'm going to build something here. So what I want is some more of that red paper, this one, and we'll see if we can get rid of all those weird heads. So I've got my 12 inches this way. Yeah, that's 12. And I just want to, I don't know, I think I might make it about the same width as that. And then it'll look nice on the page, I think. So I think that's about there. So let's trim that off. No, don't do it this way, do it this way. Where's my mark? There's my mark. It really is fairly thin, this paper. You could do this out of coffee stained paper as well if you want to. So I've got this piece here. I've got a little remnant that I can make reinforcers out of or whatever.
Mike says, excellent mini video, Mr. F. Also, what a brilliant idea to put a mini video in the live. Miss P and you are the best.
Oh, Mike. Thank you.
You're so kind, Mike.
You're unbelievably kind. Right, what I'm going to do before I start anything else is I'm just going to ink around it, because I could have been doing this while Mr. F was talking, couldn't I? But I didn't, so I'm afraid you'll have to stick with me. Well, it doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of difference, this ink, but it does get rid of that white line down the edge, the cut line, which I don't like to see. Yeah, it's one thing about that what do you call it, damask book. The pages are thin, but actually on occasion I don't think that's a bad thing. I'd rather have too thin than too thick, because, you know, like I say, 49 in market, I don't know what they are, but they're certainly 250 or above GSM I'm talking about, and you can't fold things over on themselves really. It's just too thick. So these ones definitely you can fold over on themselves. There we go. Right. So what I want to do now is just make a little mark where the halfway line is. So it's there. So I'm just doing a little crease there. Don't know if you can see that. There you go, you can see it. And I'm going to fold this one down, but not all the way to that crease mark. There's the crease mark, and I'm folding that to about 1/8 less than that. And I'm going to fold this in. This is easy peasy. I mean, it's really, really easy peasy. And then I'm going to fold on that crease mark. So when you look from the top, you'll see you're not folding right at the end of that. You're folding about 1/8 in. So that's about there. And just make sure you've got this straight down the side, like that, and then fold, crease that.
And Nicole, I wonder if you like the precision trimmer more than the rotary trimmer.
Yes, yes I do. I really do. I really do. And I'm going to score this with the scoreboard because it's going to be easier. So I'm going to score on this line here, which is 3 inches, and I just want another 1/8-ish there. So I'm just going to score that in. And that now really wants to fold that way, so we'll fold it that way, and then we'll fold it back. And that's what we've got. So it folds out like that. Look at all the journaling on that. So I am just going to go over my little crease marks with a bit of ink, because I like it when you look into it and it's got a bit of ink. So what does everybody, I don't know if anybody's seen this post, oh no, some of you have, on the group that I put on a bit earlier about, well, coming up to Christmas we were doing collages every week. That was the kind of collage channel that we, challenge that we were doing. But I don't really want to go back to that. We've done that, tick that one off. So I thought, what about ATCs? Now, some of you, I did notice just before I came on that somebody had said, what is an ATC? And that's not a stupid question at all. But let me tell you, an ATC is an artist's trading card. And don't turn your nose up at that artist bit, because we are all artists. So, yeah, don't be, oh, I'm not an artist, I can't do that. You are, and you can. And where am I here? Which is a narrow? No, must be that way, and then that way. Stuff. Yes, that's it. So we folded it like this. This is the top. Folds down and down and down, and this bit gets stuck on the back. And if you wanted to, you could make it into a belly band, you could make it into a pocket. On this occasion, I'm not going to do anything really to it, although that bit is crying out to be to be decorated. But what I'm going to do at this stage is just glue that our last turn down. And I'm gluing it all the way, I'm not making it a pocket or anything else. Just a fold up, flip up for journaling, which I think you could use in many places in a journal. I think it's just a handy thing to have. So let's see if we can get this straight, shall we? So I want it kind of where that other one is. About there, what do you think? Right there, what does that look like? Let's get to my ruler. Noah of all things is a ruler. It needs to come that way a little bit. And I want it up a little bit, that's a bit long. That's got rid of all the faces. And that is, I think, fairly alright, fairly straightish. Let's have a look. Yep. So let's just take that out and get your towel, because if you're like me and you've moved it around, then you'll have glue where you don't want to have glue. And the collall is great, it just rubs off, just balls up and then rubs off, which is brilliant. Got no glue down there or there, so we're all right. So yeah, we've just incorporated all this journaling into there, which is great. I like that a lot. Now then, yeah, let me go back to ATCs. Artist trading cards, and there is a very definite size that they are. You can't just suddenly make a 5x7 one and call it an ATC. Well, you can. You absolutely can, because the ATC police, I would like to bet, won't knock on your door. But the standard size that everybody goes by is 3.5 by 2.5. Okay, 3.5 by 2.5. I thought you were gesturing there or something.
No, I was just rearranging my new glasses.
Oh, okay.
So I could see you properly.
Very nice they look too, may I say.
Thank you very much.
Handsome chappy, aren't you?
No.
I think so.
No.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Yeah, and they can be anything. They can be absolutely anything that you like. They can be inky backgrounds, they can be decoupage, they can be a painting, a drawing. You can put a flip on it, you can put 3 flips on it if you can fit them in, of 10, whatever. You can do whatever you want to do. You can stamp on it, you can write on it.
People have
colour
done
on it,
patchwork, cross stitch,
all sorts
you
of
name
things.
it, you can do it.
I mean, Mr. F's very good at machine embroidery, and he could do a little machine embroidered anything, Mickey Mouse if he wanted to, and put that on the ATC. Generally on the back side, they tend to be decorated, but more calmer. Is that the word I'm looking for?
That's subdued.
Subdued, yes, subdued. And people tend to write their name, the name that they're known by as an artist, and any other details that you want, really. You could put the date that you made it, the place where you made it. You can put what you like on there, but the main thing is your name and the name that people know you by. So rather than putting Fiona on mine, I would put Miss Painterlock, because that's how everybody knows me. So you can get stamps, I have noticed, that you can stamp on the back, and it's already got stamped out name and date and whatever. So if you're interested in getting one of those stamps, they are on Amazon, and they're by a company called Globeland, Globeland, all one word. And if you put Globeland into the Amazon search bar, you'll be amazed at what comes out. There's just loads. I've got a lot of their stamps. This is one of theirs that I've got. They're really, really inexpensive, but I've never found anything wrong with them. They work really well. So that's just one that I've got. But I did order that ATC one.
Doreen says ECD have such a stamp as well.
Oh my goodness, do they?
I've never come
I'd
across
better
that.
use that then, hadn't I? That could have got me in hot water, couldn't it, before I even get my toe in? Thanks for that. So yeah, that's the thing. If you are in the States and you're searching for Globeland on Amazon, I would say to you, just put Globeland in your search bar, because they're obviously an American company and they're having a sale at the moment, and a lot of their stamps are 99 cents. So I know, it's shocking. I mean, even in this country, they're not expensive. They're like £4 to £6, that sort of price range. But in the States, I did notice that, yeah, Globeland is having a sale. So all those people who aren't spending anything, don't look, because you will. You just, for 99 cents, come on. So yeah, that's that about the ATCs. Now, generally people make them to swap. We tried swapping things in the past on our group and it didn't work. Lots of people said they were interested, and then it came to it and some people just received their thing and they didn't send anything back. I think it was a tag we were swapping, and they didn't get anything back. And it causes bad feeling and ill will. So I don't want, I don't personally want to be responsible for organising any swapsies. If, however, you know, you're fond of somebody and you think that, or you know them, or you're like, oh, I'll just get myself comfortable here. you know, you'd want to swap with them. That's great, do that. Contact them personally, privately first. So there's only you got their address and only they've got your address. It's not everywhere. And arrange to do your swap. That would be lovely. I'd love for you to do that. For me, I probably will swap largely with people in the UK. I know a little while ago, Candace Andrews, she was in an ATC swap in another group. I'm not exactly sure how it worked, but I know she said that she was. So I think that's the way to do it. Just contact that person privately. And it doesn't mean to say that you've got to swap with them every time we do one. You can contact somebody else and see. But if you say you're going to do it, please do it, because people get grumpy if they send you one and you don't respond, as you can understand, I'm sure. I mean, some people have problems and they just can't do it within that time. That's fine. Everybody will understand that. But just don't disappear into the background, not answer their questions and things. So that's the ATC. That's it, isn't it?
ATC, yep.
That's all we know.
You'll be doing one a week.
I'll be doing one a
I'll
week.
probably be doing one a week.
Yeah, which is great. Mr. F, because of its small sort of size, Mr. F feels that that's something that he can do, which is great. So if you get a weird message turn up in your mail, your messenger inbox, it's probably Mr. F trying to contact you to swap something with you. But be careful. I mean, obviously about...
Thank you.
No, not you. I'm just saying generally be careful about responding to people that you don't know. Yeah. It's never worth it. Don't do it.
Dodgy Mr. F messages.
Yeah, dodgy Mr. F messages.
Well known for it.
Anyway, so that's kind of the ATC thing. So that looks... You know what colour that is? It's lumberjack plaid, isn't it?
Yep.
It's that pinky, reddy, magenta-y colour. Anyway, that'd be that.
Janya says, what? 99 cents?
Yeah, get on there, girl. So I've got this piece still left, and I want to make a tag. Now, I should have moved that. That should have been further down. This has been a days of coulda, shoulda, hasn't it?
Been a shoulda, coulda.
Yeah, but I didn't, so it doesn't matter. But I want it to be the right width to go in there. Do you know, I couldn't have cut that any better. Just so happens that's the size of the remnant we've got. And I'm going to bring this over here just to hold this down. So, how long do I want it? That's just poking out the top there so you can just see it. I don't want it to cover all of that. So I'm going to cut it about there. About there will do. That plainness of that is getting on my nerves now. I think I'm going to have to decorate it. There we go. I'm not going to back it, as I say, it's sturdy enough, but sturdy enough. I'm going to round this off with the large corner, so it will go in and out more easily. Got a bit of a crease in there, look. Not looking after my paper properly. So that's going to go in there. Let's ink around it while I think what I'm going to put on this bit here. I don't know, probably some other little bit of Timmy ticketry. Yeah, Elizabeth Crafts. I'm waiting for them to send me some stuff. I have no idea what is coming. I'll just have to wait and see. But I really wish I'd get on with it because I really, really, really want to get started. We're supposed to do one project a week. But I mean, it can be something like an ATC, you know, it doesn't have to be a big project. I'm not expecting you to make a journal every week. Well, hope not anyway. But I can't get cracking till I get their package. So there we are, that's that. And I think the way to do that is just to pop that up that way. It's easier than putting it down the other way. So that's just going to hold that in place nicely. I'm going to put it in the other way. I'm going to put that folded, creased bit up there. Like that, so you don't see it. And just poke it out the top, like that. There we are. Yeah, if I was starting this again, I'd definitely move this further down, and I definitely wouldn't put a crease there where it wasn't needed, and the whole thing would lie flatter. But that's that. What I want to do now is let's just remove that. I just want to put something on there, because it looks like it's looking for something. So I've got a ticket the same as that. That would go nicely there, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. Oh, look at that. I've got a perishable, which is the same as the Do Not Crush. What about that then? That would just all match up nicely, wouldn't it? Might be a bit matchy-matchy, but it's all right. Yeah, I'm going with that.
It says, will you be showing us the projects you do for them?
Yes, I will.
You have to make a little video, don't you? So
yeah, I mean, they're probably never going to be the longest videos in the world, but yeah, definitely I'll be showing... Oh, do they mean for Elizabeth Crafts?
Yes.
Oh, yes, for sure. and also the ATCs, and also we're carrying on doing the January dailies.
Oh, wait, I thought we were starting after this. That's what I've just said.
Oh, that's good. I like that. I was going to start before it.
Oh, well, you're more than welcome to. I mean, don't let me tell you. It's just, that's
Well,
just
no,
the impression I got.
It depends, doesn't it? Because if people are busy trying to keep up with the ideas book, I don't want to suddenly land them with an ATC to do as well.
Yes, I know, but if they're struggling to keep up and then you're landing with an ATC,
Yeah,
you're going to
no.
struggle even more.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want them to have too... What does everybody think? Would you like to start it, now-ish? Don't mean now, this second, but, now, within this next week. Or would you like me to finish the ideas book off first and then we'll start on the ATCs? Whichever makes you happy, honestly. I'm easy. Just going to go around the edge of this. Get rid of that white line. I don't know actually if in a journal you'd want these two on one page. You might. I don't know.
Jen says I would prefer to wait, and Jenny says after the daily.
Okay.
Shaz wants to do ATCs but could do with some time. Linda says after the daily.
That's fine then. Let's do it after the daily.
Sharon says I can't keep up alone, never mind the ATCs.
That's
Please
great.
Start February the 1st.
Okay, that's brilliant.
Kerry, ideas book first.
Yeah, well, all of you are slightly more sensible than I am. That's all I can
You're
say.
as sensible as me.
Yeah, you're as sensible as Mr. F. Oh my goodness.
Don't put that on your CV.
No. So I'm just sticking that down there. So that's better. I think that looks a bit more balanced. And then that's just going to slide up in there. And come on.
And Fiona says, finish the ideas book first, please. Sometimes it's too overwhelming.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Sometimes I get overwhelmed myself.
Yeah, you get a new idea and off you go.
Yeah, it's true.
At the canter.
It's true. That is what I do. So there we are. We've got that just sticking out the top. We've got that there. That's holding this down. As I say, I don't know if on a journal page you want to do these two things. One's probably enough for each journal page, to be honest, because you could make that much wider if you wanted to, which you could then make into a pocket or keep it as a belly band or whatever. But that wasn't enough to bring you a project today on its own, so I just thought I'd do this foldy up thing, which is, I think, a really useful addition to a journal page.
Jenny's got a good question. Will there be prompts for the ATC?
Well, that is a good question. I think prompts are a good thing because people get like headless chickens. What shall I do? What shall I do? What shall I do? When there's no limitations. So I think prompts are, I'd say prompts. Wouldn't you, Mr. F?
Yes.
I mean, loose prompts.
Loose as possible for me, please.
Loose prompts. Fair enough.
Jen says it'll be something new to look forward to, especially with the grey weather.
Yeah, exactly. February is always a bit of a, I don't know, it's a bit of a depressing month.
Yeah, it's Valentine's for a start. How more depressing do you need to get?
He's so romantic, isn't he? No, I think that, you've done December looking forward to Christmas, then you're in January and it sort of goes by because you're putting the decorations away and worrying about your access card bill.
Boing.
And whatever. And then February comes and it's still winter. That's boring. So I think starting it in February, I think is really sensible idea. I will, however, have to start the ECD project when I get the box of stuff. And I've no idea when that's going to be. No. But I will be running them alongside these, but only one a week. So
apparently the size is the same as the American baseball cards.
Yeah.
Or a standard pack of playing cards apparently is the same size.
All right.
So people use the same sort of display wallets and things that you use for those to store them in.
Well, that's interesting, Mr. F.
Started in 1997 in Sweden.
ATCs?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you are knower of all things.
I know. Well, not really. Knowing of very little, really.
So if you bought a pack of ordinary playing cards, not the giant ones or anything, but ordinary
playing cards.
there'd be 3.5 by 2.5.
Standard pack of playing cards.
But they always have the corners rounded, don't they? Which you might not want. See, you've got to consider that.
Well, it doesn't really
Does matter. Sometimes I don't like corners.
I'm always cutting corners.
I know. Right, anyway, I think...
Yeah, but it would last you a year with some spares.
Yeah, one a week.
You'd have 52.
You'd have two jokers.
And 2 jokers.
Yeah, you're right. So let's just have a quick look again at what we've done today. We've got a big journaling card in there. We've got this that tucks into there, opens up, journaling. So that goes like that, and that just tucks under there.
There's no Pandora charm to add to your bracelet for Valentine's Day, Miss P.
No, I can tell you that now, no. And then this flip up, like that. So we've got all that journaling as well. And if you did the whole thing in coffee stained paper, you'd have journaling on this side too. But seeing as we've done this with that paper, you could decorate. Because we've left that little bit of room there, there's room to decorate each one if you wanted to. And then you would be glad that you've got this card to hold it down, because it would be beginning to bulk up a bit. So that's that. That's today's. It'll go in the journal. And I'll see you tomorrow, I reckon. Tomorrow. What day is tomorrow? Oh, it's Sunday today. Nobody told me that. It's Monday tomorrow.
Bin day.
Yeah, bin day. First normal bin day for ages now.
Recycling.
Oh, glory, we never have enough room for that. Right, I shall see you tomorrow. Thanks everybody for joining me, and a special hello and thank you to all the new people that have joined. It's really nice to have you, and I'm sure, with your interactions on the chat here, you'll become friends in no time. That's just how it happens.
Yeah, and then join the group, which is...
Yeah, join the group. It's
down the bottom.
Underneath here. Don't forget, there's 3 questions that you need to answer. And I'm sorry, but if you don't answer the questions, you just get declined automatically. So answer the 3 questions. They're not difficult. They're not designed to catch you out. They're just 3 questions to prove you're a person, not a robot, really.
Beep. Beep, beep.
And... I have to put up with this every hour of the day. And in the meantime, look after yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and above all, be kind to others. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye. Be safe, be happy, be kind.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Let's get rid of that.